Alright, I changed everything. Different router. I forgot I had this. I've had this for a while. I've only used it a couple of times. So we had to remake the blocks and everything else. But I wanted to show you. We're almost down. This is probably the lowest point. So we're almost down all the way across. I'm going to clean this up and then probably run it one more time. I don't know. We'll see. There's one low spot right there, which is super low, which upsets me a little. Anyway, yeah, that's the huge mess we're making, but it's working out. I'll keep you updated. Stay tuned, guys. Okay. Well, that was about, I don't know, 2 hours, but bottom's flat, top is flat, and you can see how much we've lost. I mean, we started with a piece 6 inches thick, and then I cut that in about half, and then we sawed off that back area, but yeah, we're down to a nice table size with a wonderful live edge. It's even still got moss in it. And yeah, there we go. It's gonna need a belt sanding, but that's okay. Alright, welcome back. So I've actually changed. The bottom has now become the top. Because of my grain, I've got this sweet live edge. If I flip it over, you're not going to see any of it because it's all going to be on the bottom. So I'm going to flip it over and do this. My problem is I've got this saw mark right here. And I wanted to do something like this anyway, but this just makes an even better excuse to do it. I've wanted to try this. This is cherry. That is maple. What I did is I traced around my island and then drew, you can see the outline. If you've ever been to the island, it's got like a sandbar around it. So what I'm gonna do is route out the whole thing, do blue epoxy in there, and then sink this into the blue epoxy and then sand it all flat, and it'll just look like it's surrounded by blue with a cherry island. That's the plan. Now, is that going to happen? We'll see. And I've screwed this up and I'm completely starting over. Hopefully that's not foreshadowing, but yeah. So I've got my router set up with my, I don't even know what bit that is. Somebody help me. I've got it set to right about 2/3 of the height of this. I mean, if you just do this, it's set to about 2/3 its height. So when I sink this, I'm going to have a little epoxy underneath it, and then this, and then, as I said, we'll sand the whole thing flat. And yeah, that's going to be what we're going to try. Anyway, so here we go. Alrighty, so you can see, our cutout. And now what we do is we just go back and forth inside it and clean out all that stuff. we put our nice cherry piece in. There we go. I'm going to do a little more sanding on the top. It's pretty darn good, but when you put light on it, you can see some of the streaks. And, yeah. And then I think we're going to put that sucker in. Let me set up. We'll be right back. Oh, yeah, cherry inlay.